Welcome to a little transformation video mostly involving my hair. In this video, I'll be cutting my dreadlocks off, which I have had for the past 2,565 days, or 84 months, or 7 whole years. This is my before at the start of all this, with 65 butt-length, homegrown, kinda messy dreadlocks. This, to be honest, is a very, very warm hairstyle for mid-January, and I'm more than ready for a bit of a change. I hope you enjoy this little transformation. So here I am with 9 days until my hairdresser's appointment. Now just before this, I went to the hairdresser's to see how long she'd need my hair in order to, make it into a reasonable haircut. So I ended up cutting each dreadlock to about 15 centimeters, then mostly untangling the rest by hand. This was a little bit time consuming. It took about half an hour per dreadlock, but that really wasn't too bad. It was really satisfying when I got to the part where I got to brush each of them out. I did them one by one, working at the back of my neck and working upwards, which meant that all of the fluffiness started at the back of my neck, which I think was a good way of doing things. It meant that when I had all this fluffy, undreaded hair, I could just braid it and tuck it away at the back and hide it under my big old dread braid. Oh, baby. This was a pretty gradual process which I could do bit by bit over the full 9 days before the appointment, which was fine because I could do it most evenings, like when I was off playing D&D or doing anything that I didn't need both hands for. I also recruited the help of family and friends. Here is my David kindly helping me undreading my noggin, which made the process a lot smoother and easier. Here's how stylish I looked with about 2/3 of my dreadlocks undone. Still had a fair few to go, but here are all of the dreadlocks that I'd cut off at this point. It's quite a fair bit of hair. At this stage, my mum came up for a birthday visit, and we celebrated by going out for brunch and up shopping, which is our absolute favourite thing to do ever. Which you can see by just how happy my mum is here. And we both tried on a bunch of very fun and crazy different outfits, imagining all of the possible styles I could have. We also got our nails done, which helped ourselves feel extra fancy. See, look how fancy we are with our shiny fancy claws. Then back to dreadlocks, now with extra recruited help from my mum. She was very, very efficient at this, very speedy, even if she wasn't particularly gentle on my head, but she got the job done very effectively. She used a little fine-tooth comb that I actually used to make the dreadlocks in the first place. I preferred just untangling them with my fingers. Here I am with my very last dreadlock. This felt like a very momentous moment cutting off this last dread. And just like that, I was dreadlocked no more. Here is my head of freshly undreaded hair. You can see it's so frizzy. The texture was so frizzy and strange. It did feel a lot nicer after a thorough wash and conditioning, and oh my goodness, washing my hair for the first time with normal hair again was an incredible feeling. So now, really spunky day. I'm off to the hairdressers to turn this hopefully into something a little bit more better, I hope. I'm running a little bit late, but I'm super excited and ready. This is gonna be great. Here we are at the hairdressers. So my chosen hairstyle was a shaggy, layered, steeply angled bob. So I wanted it to be quite short at the back, but longer at the front, so I had lots to style and play with. I also wanted it to be very, very textured, because that was one of the things I really loved about dreadlocks, was that it always had texture. Honestly, I was so delighted with the finished product. This is the final hairstyle. It had so much texture to it. It was fluffy, it was light, and it was so bouncy. I was absolutely chuffed. After all of this, David and I decided to go out for a fancy romantic dinner. So here I am primping and preening and experimenting with this new hair. I've actually got a couple of old style curlers in my hair at this point because I thought that might help give it texture. I have since learnt that that does not, particularly when you only put 2 in. Since then, I have advanced to a curling iron, which I did burn my face the first time I used it, but I'm getting better. I'm learning. Trying some sea salt spray. I do get interrupted by a pest here. Such a menace. Look at him. Ah. And here is my final fancy new look. Of all things, I am most in love with how this hair feels. It feels so thick and fluffy and light, and to be honest, I don't think it was damaged all that much by having dreadlocks. I'm gonna have so much fun learning to style this new hair. I've been trying out new products, playing with braiding styles, I've been curling it, straightening it, pinning it up. There is so much potential to having a new hairstyle, and I'm having a very fun time with it. Well, that just about brings me to the end of this little midsummer quarter-century metamorphosis. I hope you enjoyed this little video. I hope to make more in the future. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you're well, and I'll see you again soon.